Hello everyone. This time I want to share with you a movie that makes all your emotions surge. This is also a movie based on a true story. It talks about humanity in Japan. Mother, Akiko, is a single mom. Akiko is living with her 10-year-old son Shuhei. She doesn't want to work. If she has any money, she will go to play the game. Shuhei only has a mother, so he often is bullied by friends. That day, Akiko doesn't have money, so she is looking for Shuhei's father to borrow some money. Her sister does not agree with that, because Akiko has been continuously borrowing 200,000 yen before. But she does not pay a penny until now. The mother also understands Akiko. She thinks that Akiko is irreversible, so she does not lend her any money. That's why Akiko is very angry. She is blaming her parents for only loving her sister. Until now, they do not care about her. After saying that, she leaves and goes to the game shop. Here, she meets Ryo, who is very compatible with her. Ryo is a gigolo. He usually stays at the bar to drink with guests. After that, Ryo and Akiko tie tangerines together. Akiko is insisting on Ryo taking her to Niyoga for a few days, but because it is a moonlit place, so they cannot bring children. So Akiko sends Shuhei to a fat guy who is pursuing her. The fat guy does not understand the situation, and he cannot bring Shuhei home. He buys him some food, and let the boy stay home alone to play video games. But because of the mortgage, so soon the gas is cut off. Shuhei cannot boil the water, so he could only eat raw noodles. In the evening, Shuhei is receiving a call from Akiko. She wants Shuhei to immediately transfer money to her, otherwise she cannot go home. Shuhei quickly runs to the ATM and transfers money to her. After transferring all the money, they still owe the rent, so the power is cut off. Shuhei keeps staying alone in the house with no electricity, no gas for 6 days. 6 days later, Akiko and Ryo return. This trip makes two of them out of money, so they target the fat guy's money. They blame him for having pedophile behavior with Shuhei. When they are not home, they demand compensation for 100,000 yen. Normally, the fat guy is a gentle guy, easy to bully. But this time, he gets the courage to fight them back. The result is that a fruit knife is stabbed straight into the belly of the fat guy. Right now Ryo and Akiko are feeling bewildered. They do not dare to report to the police. They are leaving the guy fat behind and running away. While escaping, Ryo finds a job to clean up in the sauna. This is enough to feed 3 mouths. One day, Akiko is surreptitiously calling home. Her mother picks up the phone, asks where Akiko is. She also says that lately, the fat guy keeps coming here to find her. Only now Akiko knows that the fat guy is not only dead, but also doesn't report to the police. Ryo is very agitated after hearing that. He decides to leave this hellish place. Before he leaves, he even goes back to the sauna to steal money from the boss. After that, the 3 people use this money to rent a hotel room. When Ryo and Akiko want to have sex, Shuhei goes to the bathroom, lies in the tub and covers his ears. Not long after, 3 of them spend almost all of the stolen money. Ryo is going to find a job again. Akiko is finding Shuhei's biological father. Every month, Shuhei's father transfers a sum of money to support raising the boy. But this money is taken away by his mother. She makes her son to invent an excuse to take Shuhei's father's money. The father finds that Shuhei is faintly exhausted, so he asks if Shuhei wants to stay with him. Shuhei thinks for a while. He still wants to live with his mother. After getting money from his father, Akiko continues to let him go to her sister's house to cheat her money. The younger sister can guess that Akiko forces the boy, so she slaps Akiko, but in the end, she still gives her money, and tells her never to come here again. After taking the money, Akiko finds out she is pregnant. She talks about this with Ryo, but he does not accept that. The baby in Akiko's stomach is clearly his. He doesn't only beat her, but also wants her to have an abortion, but Akiko refuses. Ryo then leaves the hotel. After he leaves, the owner of the hotel enters the room, asks about Akiko's situation. Akiko sees the hotel owner is still young, so she has an intention to seduce the guy. It is the only way to have free accommodation in the hotel. But unexpectedly, after he puts on his pants, he takes them to a tent on the top floor. The situation now is that Akiko is out of money. She once again wants to rely on her parents. Akiko wants Shuhei to go with her to the grandmother, tells them that she is pregnant, to receive grief from the grandmother, to get the money, but the grandmother just hears that her petty daughter getting pregnant again. Her heart melts into 100 pieces. She is so angry that she chases Shuhei directly. Tells them to never come to her again. Because the boy couldn't get the money. So Akiko vents all her anger on his head. 5 years pass. Akiko gives birth to a baby girl named Fuyuka. Every day, she is taken care of by Shuhei. 3 of them do not have a stable place to live. One day, the volunteers, Aya discovers that Akiko is sick. She takes Akiko to the hospital, and contacts the relief agency to find a place for Akiko's family to live. And also helps Akiko to apply for relief money. Aya knows that Shuhei has yet to go to school, so she helps him to find a free school for him to gain more knowledge. But Akiko rejects that. In her mind, everything that Aya did for them is not necessary. So she absolutely has no appreciation. In school, Shuhei can catch up with everyone very fast. Moreover, he really likes school. After 5 years, Ryo suddenly shows up and reaches out to them. Now he doesn't have a place to live. So he wants to go back to Akiko. At first, she disagrees and chases him away. But Ryo is also her only support. So later she agrees to let him stay. 4 people continue to live together. But not long after, Ryo sees that Akiko is flirting with an old man. So he hits Akiko again. After being beaten, she still doesn't want to kick Ryo away. She was afraid that Ryo will abandon her again. And this scene is seen by Aya, but she cannot do anything. She taking Shuhei and his sister out to eat. While eating, Aya says that she is also an orphan. But orphan does not mean being abandoned or losing everything. There are still many good people in this society that will help them out. She asks Shuhei if he ever thinks of leaving his mother. But Shuhei just keeps silent and doesn't answer her question. The next day, Aya is coming to find Shuhei. She also brings a lot of books for the 2 brothers. But Akiko is unsatisfied. She chases Aya away. Ryo is returning home with uneasy anxiety to pack things up. It turns out that because he borrows a lot of money, so the whole family has to run away again. This time Shuhei doesn't want to go. He wants to stay and continues to go to school. But Akiko says to her son that Aya hates him so far. Hates the bad smell on him. She also mocks Shuhei. So the boy follows her. After running ways, Ryo knows that the lender comes to his home to mess with his parents and brothers. Because he wants to save his family. Ryo decides to abandon Akiko's family. Another 6 months pass. Shuhei finds a job at a mechanical factory. The owner of the mechanical factory is very good. He knows that Shuhei can't afford to buy lunch. So he buys him some food. One day, Shuhei asks the boss if he could advance the salary, but the boss refuses. Because Shuhei always asks for an advance salary every month when he comes back home. Because he can't get the money. So Akiko scolds Shuhei again. There's no other way. Shuhei can only sneak into the office at midnight to steal things. As a result, the boss catches him. The boss knows that Shuhei is not a bad person. He can guess that this is caused by his mother. So he finds Akiko to scold at her. After calming down, the boss still gives her a chance to go to the factory to work. At mealtime, Akiko also learns that her boss loses his wife. Suddenly one day, Akiko receives a text message asking for help from Ryo. He needs 500,000 yen to keep his life. But she does not have so much money. When the boss returns from going out, Akiko shamelessly seduces him. 2 people tangle each other in the office. She takes the key to his safe. She really wants her son to steal money from a safe. But the money in the safe is not enough. At this moment, Akiko continues thinking about her parents' money. She urges Shuhei to go home to find opportunities to kill her grandparents. Then take all the money. Otherwise he and his sister won't be able to live any longer. Shuhei could only nod after listening. Shuhei goes back to his grandparents' house. Although he does not meet them for so many years. But grandmother recognizes him right away. She is extremely happy to let Shuhei into the house. Also asks about the situation of Akiko. After learning that she gives birth to a girl, grandparents also say they want Akiko to bring their granddaughter to them. Just as the grandmother goes to the kitchen, Shuhei hesitates a little bit, but still kills grandparents. Not long after, they all are arrested by the police. Aya also finds out about this through the media. The police speculate Shuhei must be forced to kill his grandparents by Akiko. However, she swears she is not guilty. She even blames all of this on Shuhei. He himself has absolutely no intention of denying it. He voluntarily admits all the crimes. Finally Akiko is sentenced to 2 years and 6 months in prison. Postponed 3 years later to serve. Shuhei is sentenced to 12 years in prison. In the prison, Aya visits Shuhei. She tells him that his sister is adopted by a family. She asks Shuhei, why does he want to admit all the guilt for his mother? Shuhei coldly says, he loves his mother very much, so he can't watch his mother being sent to jail. After listening, Aya doesn't know what to say. The video is over here. What do you think about the mother in the movie, and Shuhei's love for his mother? Please comment to let me know. Thank you for watching the video. See you again.